Caitlin Clark has purchased a soccer team. For this one, we have to go all the way up to Indy. Caitlin Clark has done it again, folks. First, she conquered basketball, then golf, and now soccer. Not as a player, but as an owner. Caitlin Clark is now part of the ownership group for a women's soccer team in Cincinnati. The CCFC nickname is about to take on a whole new meaning because she's part of a group aiming to bring an NWSL team to Cincinnati. If this isn't a game changer, I don't know what is. While Clark is making power moves, Angel Reese might be side-eyeing the situation and trying to figure out how to stay relevant. Caitlin Clark never ceases to amaze. This milestone for the young rookie is incredible. She is now a proud owner of a soccer team. Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark has set the bar so high that Reese might need a ladder to see it. Stay tuned as we dive into Clark's soccer team bid and how this could potentially change the entire landscape of women's sports. Caitlin Clark is one of the biggest figures in the history of women's basketball, and when it's all said and done, she might become the most influential figure in women's sports, period. Many already view her as the face of basketball. Now, let's talk about the soccer league itself. The NWSL, or National Women's Soccer League, features 14 teams, with 4 affiliated with men's Major League Soccer teams. Big names like Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez are part of the MLS. Cincinnati's $100 million NWSL expansion bid is a significant investment. This isn't an ordinary acquisition. Clark is bringing her Midas touch to soccer. FC Cincinnati confirmed her involvement, emphasizing her passion for soccer and commitment to elevating women's sports. This deal is set to boost women's sports and energize the soccer community. Remember how Clark electrified basketball arenas and turned the WNBA into a primetime attraction? Now imagine that same magic in soccer. Clark's star power is already making waves, and Cincinnati hasn't even played a game yet. Social media is buzzing, hyping Clark as if she's about to dribble a soccer ball straight into the net. This is big-time news. Caitlin Clark has joined FC Cincinnati in their NWSL expansion project. Meanwhile, the WNBA's silence is almost comical. The league hasn't acknowledged Clark's record-breaking rookie season or her impact on other sports. Throughout the year, WNBA players demanded credit for the league's rise, with Angel Reese claiming she was the reason for its popularity. But the reality is clear. Caitlin Clark has been the driving force behind the WNBA's newfound attention. Could it be jealousy? Fear of losing their brightest star to another sport? The WNBA has failed to protect Clark, ignored her contributions, and refused to celebrate her successes. Despite all the noise on social media and coverage from outlets like SportsCenter, the WNBA has remained silent. Women's soccer is about to get more exciting. Angel Reese is also entering soccer ownership, possibly inspired by Clark's moves. Reese has her supporters, but let's not pretend she commands the same respect or admiration as Clark. And here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark actually knows soccer. Before basketball, she was a high school soccer star, showcasing her skills and understanding of the game. Her ownership isn't just a random business decision. It's a homecoming. Caitlin Clark is proving her influence transcends basketball, and she's on track to become a force across multiple sports. Whether it's basketball, golf, or soccer, she's building an empire one smart move at a time. And if you like our video, then please subscribe to our channel. And it looked like Caitlin Clark has purchased a soccer team. For this one here, we gotta go all the way up to Indy. Caitlin Clark has done it again, folks. First, she conquered basketball, then she rolled golf, and now she is coming for soccer, but not as a player, but as an owner. Caitlin Clark just became part of the ownership group for a women's soccer team in Cincinnati. That CCFC nickname is about to take on a whole new meaning because Caitlin Clark is apparently part of an ownership group trying to bring an NWSL team to Cincinnati. If that doesn't scream a game changer, I don't know what does. While Clark is busy making power moves and redefining women's sports, Angel Reese must be somewhere side-eyeing the whole situation and trying to figure out how to stay relevant. I'm here to tell you now, Caitlin Clark never ceases to amaze me. This is another amazing milestone for the young rookie, and I'm here to tell you, she, my friends, is a proud owner of a soccer team. Because let's be honest, Caitlin Clark set the bar so high that Reese might even need a ladder to see it. Stay tuned, guys, because I will be showing you the entire story behind Clark's soccer team bid and why this could potentially change the whole landscape of the women's sport as we see it. The biggest figure in the history of women's basketball. And I do think when it's all said and done, Caitlin Clark will become the most influential figure in the history of women's sports, period. I've said it before. I think she's the next face of basketball, maybe already is the face of basketball. Before talking about Clark's involvement in women's soccer, let's dive into the soccer league itself. The league is called NWSL, which stands for National Women's Soccer League. Of the 14 teams in the league, for affiliated with men's Major League Soccer teams, the famous league featuring soccer legends such as Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez. Let's talk about this $100 million NWSL expansion bid for Cincinnati. I mean, this is a lot of money. This isn't your run-of-the-mill team acquisition. This is Clark bringing her Midas touch to a new sport. WNBA star and West Des Moines native Caitlin Clark is joining an effort to bring a pro-women's soccer team to Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati issued a statement confirming that Clark is a part of the plan. Leaders say her passion for soccer and commitment to elevating women's sports make her a vital part of the bid to become the next NWSL team. This brilliant deal is only going to boost women's sports and hype up the entire soccer community. Remember when Clark made basketball arenas explode with energy and turned the WNBA into a primetime attraction? Caitlin Clark is at that level. And the only way I think that she might have a leg up on LeBron is because she has elevated an entire league. Well, imagine that same magic in the world of soccer. Clark's star power alone is already creating waves. And Cincinnati hasn't even kicked off a game yet. Social media is ablaze with excitement, with fans hyping Clark up as if she's about to personally dribble a soccer ball into the back of the net. Because this is big time news. So it looks like the Cincinnati.com is letting it be known Caitlin Clark has joined FC Cincinnati in the NWSL expansion project. Meanwhile, the silence from the WNBA is almost comical, how they haven't acknowledged how Clark set the whole golfing world on fire. The whole of social media is full of Clark playing golf, and the league that benefited immensely from her record-breaking rookie season is now acting like she doesn't exist. Throughout the year, WNBA players were demanding to be given credit for elevating the league. Angel Reese claimed that she was elevating the dump. They wanted us to believe that the WNBA was exploding in popularity. They wanted to keep all the credit for themselves while downplaying the impact of the only star in the league, Caitlin Clark. Could it be jealousy? Fear of losing their brightest star to another sport? They failed to protect her from on-court bullies, ignored her contributions to the league's rise in popularity, and now they're even refusing to celebrate her success in other sports. You see her at this event. You see the kind of noise that this is making. You see that this is trending on social media. You see that SportsCenter, Bleacher Report, all of these places. Every media outlet is covering this, and you don't say anything. That's what we were talking about this whole season. We were correct. The fans that were saying that the WNBA seems to be trying to quiet the noise of Caitlin Clark. That's correct. WNBA is clearly not happy about Clark's success. And all of the major analysts seem to agree on that. But here's where things get more juicy. Women's soccer is about to get more heated. Because Angel Reese, perhaps in an effort to keep pace with Caitlin Clark's ever-expanding empire, is also dipping her toes into soccer ownership. You heard that right. Angel is also a soccer team owner. Now, before y'all haters come in the comments, we all know Angel Reese bought a soccer team too. Now how we know Angel Reese didn't throw the alley-oop to Caitlin Clark. Let her know, hey, you know what? This might be a good, profitable investment for us young rookies. This is the partial transcription up to the midpoint. Let me know if you'd like the remainder process similarly. Thanks you subscribe the channel.